Thank you for coming in to meet with us today.
Oh no, thank you.
How was your commute in this morning?
It was quicker than I thought.
That's good. I see you live in Happy City, New York. I hear a lot of great things. How was that?
It's great. All of the residents are like family.
Must be nice.
It is very nice.
Good, good. Well, I want to start by telling you a little more about General Electric and also about my progression here. General Electric has 7 segments. I am the Human Resources Director for all 7. I started with GE 11 years ago, rotating in their 2-year Human Resources Leadership Program. From there, I moved up the ladder through all 7 segments, and here I am. I love working for GE because we put our ideas to work. We make things that matter, things that make life better. We have been recognized with countless awards for our evolutionary culture, and we still strive to be better. This interview will help me to assess if you are a good fit within our culture. I'd like to know about your background and how it applies to this position.
Well, I studied under the most decorated professors, and I have over 17 years of experience in managerial, accounting, and economics, client relations, internal and external audits, and also in budgeting.
Good. Tell me why you are interested in joining the General Electric team. What about our mission, values, and culture inspires you?
For everything you just stated and more, but most importantly, it was refreshing to see on your website how all of the employees that were featured expressed how great it is to work for GE. That is rare. Nowadays, many employees aren't happy with their work.
Well, thank you. We aim to please. You have great experience at NBC. What is your reason for wanting to leave?
I enjoy working at NBC, but currently, as an assistant vice president, I would like the opportunity to move to the next level. And at this moment, I will not be allowed to change. Based on my research, General Electric appears to have the room for growth and advancement that I have been aiming for.
What would you consider your greatest strength?
I would consider my greatest strength to be self motivation. I believe that motivating myself is my best asset. In order to succeed and have confidence in yourself and your decisions, you have to listen to your inner voice, and motivation comes from within.
I agree. A position as a senior financial analyst at General Electric requires superb leadership skills. Please give me an example of one project without specific details where you feel your leadership was successful.
Okay, well, first I'd like to say that I enjoy being a leader because I like to motivate my team, and I believe that provides them with the right incentive needed to succeed cohesively and effectively. About a year ago, we had to prepare forecasting reports for a possible transaction with a client. I divided the team into researching separate profit markets, and as a unit, we reconvened and we put together one of the most accurate and detailed report this specific account generated since the year 2000. My team was recognized and we were rewarded for our efforts.
Very impressive. If hired by General Electric, besides experience, great talent, and hard work, what else do you feel you would add to our company?
Thank you. I believe that I can assist General Electric with creating financial reports and forecasts that will assist the decision making of their relationships with current and future clients. I'm confident that my skills will not only assist with better client relationships, but internal development of the team.
Okay. And now for this part of the interview, I want to ask you a couple of analytical questions.
Sure, fire away.
Okay. How many traffic lights are there in Manhattan?
Okay, well, I can only tell you how I would solve this problem. I really couldn't give you an exact number, of course. So I will solve this one by first, let's see, identifying where the traffic lights are used, which are intersections. And then we will go to how many intersections are there, how many streets, I would use a small borough county as an estimate, then multiply over the number of counties, get a figure, then estimate how many lights per intersection, then I would have a figure.
Good, good. Next question. Is it better to increase price by 1% or increase customer base by 1%?
That depends on how elastic the product you sell is. If the product you sell, for example, let's say cigarettes, relatively in elastic demand, it would probably be better to increase price. However, if it is something that is more elastic, it will be better to increase the customer base.
You have a balance sheet, income statement, and a cash flow statement. If you could choose 2 out of the 3 statements, which 2 would you choose and why?
I would choose the balance sheet and income statement because they will enable you to understand the firm's assets and liabilities as a cohesive picture, whereas the cash flow only depicts how the money comes in and goes out.
Explain the importance of ratio analysis and financial planning.
Well, when preparing a financial analysis, ratio analysis is one of the primary tools. Ratio analysis is a very important part of the whole business strategic planning. It is part of any business planning process like SWOT, and since it is such an important part of this model, it would not be complete without it.
Which methodology do you utilize during financial analysis?
I utilize horizontal analysis, vertical analysis, and what we just discussed, ratio analysis.
Finally, which 5 words would best describe you?
I would say I'm courageous, smart, compassionate, fun, and analytical.
All great descriptions. Well, Ms. Earhart, this concludes the interview, and I want to thank you so much again for coming in and meeting with us.
Great, thank you. Thank you for your time.
No problem. Have an excellent day.
You too.